swing pass from Lucky, lined up to the right side of the formation, throws it up. Could have been a little wider. You see the ball drop down. Lucky was trying to catch it in the breadbasket. It needed to be higher.
Second down from the 25. Crowd coming to life for the Cougar defense.
He's asking for help from the referee on crowd noise. The referee said snap it.
And now, miscommunication in the backfield, and Jenkins is going to have to eat this one and goes out of bounds. He looked at the referee, as Gary said, and the referee said, sorry, going to have to go ahead and run the play.
Ortiz Jenkins turns around and asks, can I have help? See, I can't hear. I can't hear. I watch the referee right over here outside. Just go ahead and play ball.
As Gary said, the one thing the Wildcats have going for them, they do know they're in two-down territory. Third down and 9. Keith Smith, the slot man of the 3 receivers to the right. Blitz coming possibly on Jenkins. They are going to bring it. Jenkins in trouble. The ball is loose. He covered it. And Arizona's got one chance left.
Guess who?
Brandon Moore.
Yeah, you're right. They brought the whole house that time. Jenkins tried to step up inside. Ball is popped loose, and now it's going to be 4th and long.
Let's go down to Dean quickly.
Guys, a couple of the assistant coaches are all over the officials for not stopping play. They can't hear a thing.
4th down and 13. In overtime, final chance for Arizona, or the Cougars are still undefeated. Here's the play of the day. Jenkins, long ball for Williams.
Oh, interference.
Henley down on Lawan Gibbons.
That's going to be 1st down.
That's the one thing you hope for if the pass isn't completed, that you'll get somebody to make a mistake in the secondary, and that's what happened.
I think maybe Arizona was playing for the offensive foul here. The defensive foul in this case. Watch Rodney Williams turn around. He knows the ball is short, and he just kind of grabs him from behind, pulls him in, and Lawan Gibbons is going to get called for the penalty, and it's going to start all over again.
15-yard penalty, 1st down. Now the crowd has some other chant to do, booing the officials.
Well, you know, crowd noise is part of the game. You just can't stop these things forever, and that's why the silent snap count really works. Jenkins will lift his foot. There's really no snap count going on.
New chance for Jenkins and the Wildcat offense. On 1st down, they go with the draw play from the spread. It's Efon, and Kelvin's got it. Down to about the 8-yard line. Gary Holmes stays with him to make the stop. Arizona needs a touchdown and an extra point to send this to a 2nd overtime. Extra tight end comes in, Paul Shields. And Dennis Northcutt, who's been O.J. Jenkins' favorite receiver today, is back in there, and he's wide to the right side. 2nd down along 4.
Oh, the official is going to let him back away, and I don't think it's as loud this time as it was last time.
I don't either.
And I think the coaches did a good job of getting on the officials and helping out.
As Dean was talking about, it's exactly what happened. You barter a little bit, it might pay off. It looks like it did there. Mike Price says, what's the use of playing at home?
Right.
And there's another chant going up right now that we won't talk about.
And they're really going into the end zone that doesn't have a lot of students right here.
The next overtime would go that way, where there are more. 2nd down. Efon hit in the backfield. Gary Holmes makes a nice play. May not get credit for the tackle, but he's the guy that stood him up. And it is 3rd down.
Gary Holmes that time just stood up his man and just came in and stopped it. As you said a second ago, Brad, the crowd noise was such a huge factor, and now the referee is saying, we don't want crowd noise.
Brennan brings the play in from the bench. At the 6-yard line, it's 3rd down and 2, but there's a couple of downs left for Arizona here if they hold on to the football. They show a pass formation, though, unless they run that draw play from shotgun again. Jenkins to the end zone to Brennan. Incomplete. A little bit of contact back there with Ray Jackson. No flag.
Tell you, if Brennan would have just held his ground that time, they would have had another flag just like the one before, because Ray Jackson never turns around. Watch Brennan just go out of bounds. Jackson never turns around. He gives him a little shove, and Brennan just kind of falls down and collapses on the play.
The play coming in from the bench from the tight end this time, and it's taken a long time to get there. Here it comes. It's 4th down and 2.
I think Arizona needs to take a timeout here. They got 7 seconds to go. You can't save them for the next period if you don't score here.
And again, Jenkins asks the referee.
Oh, is he lucky there, because the time clock was right at 0 when he asked.
I think Ortiz Jenkins did a little bit of an acting job there. And Mike Price says throw the flag. They took too much time.
So he's saying a 25-second clock expired. Oh, boy.
4th down and 2.
4th down and 2 to go 7-0.
There's still Arizona State, Stanford, and the Apple Cup against Washington looming ahead. But if they're going to the Rose Bowl, if they stop Arizona here, they take one step closer to Pasadena. Here's the ball game. Jenkins to the end zone. Touchdown!
What a play.
What a throw and what a catch by Williams.
Now, what does Arizona do? Do they go for 2 or do they go for the tie?
A lot of coaches on the road will say they take their crack with the momentum going. As you saw North Carolina State do earlier in the season to Syracuse.
They are going to go for 2. This was really a 2-point play they did right there. That's probably their number 1 2-point play that Rodney Williams just got right there. Now they're going to have to use their backup 2-point play.
And Washington State should take a timeout here to talk it over, and they will. Brandon Moore has just called a timeout. We'll take one as well. We're in overtime with a possible 2-point conversion coming up for Arizona. Right now, Washington State 35, Arizona 34, with another play to come.
Dean told us from down in the field it looked like O.J. fumbled this snap, and the replay confirms that. But watch this throw on the run. Boost is in his face. Now watch the composure of Jenkins. Here's the 2-point play.
For the game, bootleg. Jenkins in trouble. 2 men out there.